Did you see the sneakers he wore today? Spalding, they were called. The kind that are connected when you buy them. They look like nursing shoes. Are you a nurse? Sometimes my staff dresses like homeless people, and the smell is pretty bad, too. I may not be a stickler for professionalism, but I am a stickler for not dressing like a moron. That's why I started the Nope board. Wear something retarded or offensive, and it goes on the board.
I watched this for the first time last night by chance. I just found it on one of the channels while channel hopping.
And that's how I felt about this show the first time I saw it.
But what made me laugh, it reminded me of the first time I ever saw The Office in Britain, which was the first place it aired, where for about 5 minutes I thought I was watching a genuine documentary. And then I began to realise this wasn't, and this was actually supposed to be, you know, this is all a bit of a joke, but it could have been true. Having read a bit of your book, I was like, this could be real. Then.
Well, it is real. That's what people don't seem to understand is that people say, oh, it's real. These situations we're reenacting real things and circumstances that have happened in my office, and I've created an environment that couldn't be more shameful. It's ridiculous the way that people are behaving. It's completely immature, and it's not adult-like. But we're not at the main offices of E, so we can get away with anything that we want because I'm basically in charge and some security guy from Armenia who weighs about 90 pounds. So, I mean, they're not giving us much to work with anyway, so we are ridiculous, but we decided to kind of do the show based on the fact that it was ridiculous the way that our office works.
And how do you feel about being called the female version of Ryan Seacrest?
He's the female version of Ryan Seacrest. What? I'm the male version of Ryan. Are you kidding me? No, Ryan's a very hard worker, and I respect that always.
Is he your boss?
Ryan Seacrest?
Yes.
No, he's the Kardashians' boss.
What is happening with your contract?
Well, it expires soon.
And you have repeatedly said two things in all these interviews I keep reading. One is you want to get out of all this before you're 40, and the clock is slightly ticking now.
Thank you.
You know, but there's a polite way of putting it. And the other thing I'd say is you always say that you're sort of frustrated because it's kind of mindless in a very entertaining way, but there's nothing that challenges your quite substantial cerebral mass.
Well, I think that, you know, it's an interesting time, and as you and I have spoken about, that you like to be able to mix, you know, the seriousness with the light and maybe the funny, not so funny in your case, obviously, but, you know, you do a show like America's Got Talent, and then you get to do a serious news show here when you're discussing Libya or whatever the news of, you know, the time is. But I feel very strongly that, you know, I'm getting into a place where I need to be doing something more, where I'm challenging myself a little bit more and not kind of, you know, I've put in a lot of work just to get the audience, and now I feel like it's a responsibility to kind of change it and do something a little bit more mindful. Obviously, you want to be silly and provide comedy to the people that are, you know, your fan base.
You see, I know where you should go. If I was managing you, and I'd love to manage you, I would pitch you as you're the female Jon Stewart. That's where you should be. You should be doing more serious stuff as well.
Well, I will probably.
I think you can do that really well, that kind of show.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of show is very attractive to me, but again, it's the same, you know, I don't want to do the same show every single night. I want to have kind of a combination of things, you know, with the books and the stand-up. You get to a place where you're so sick of to the point of view, there's a smarter way to do things. So I think the next step for me is definitely figuring out a way to do, you know, more responsible stuff and kind of also keep the fan base that, you know, you've accumulated.
Worth $20 million.
Worth $20 million?
Is that true?
No, that's how much it cost to rent me for the night.
Well, what are you worth?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't know.
I bet you're one of those people who knows exactly how much you're worth.
I don't know how much I'm worth.
You're a ruthless business machine.
I am ruthless when it comes to business, but what is your worth?
Well, then you know exactly what you're worth.
I would never discuss that. Anyone can find out how much money I make. So I don't need to be, they can. What kind of, why are you, shut up. Just shut up.
There's the promo.
Just shut up. No, I can't discuss
Why are you being
money.
so coy again?
Because it's gross. That's not in good form to discuss how much money you earn.
No, but I find you
Obviously, I'm doing fine.
No, but you're a little empire builder.
I don't like to talk about money. I just don't like to talk about it in those schemes and on a national television show. Even if only 200 or 300 people are tuning into this show, I don't think it's appropriate to talk about money in that way. We all know that I am able to pay my bills.
I can't believe you're looking at me with a straight face talking about what's appropriate to talk
Well,
about.
there are certain
the
things.
In one of the most inappropriate tomes ever written.
But what I deem appropriate versus what you deem appropriate are two separate things. Would you ever pull somebody's pants down in the hallway that was working for you? Probably not.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't have a problem with that.
I know.
So, that's where we differ.
But do you like being successful?
Yes.
How do you like to spend this money you don't want to talk about?
I like vacations a lot. I like to bring lots of people with me on vacation. I have a lot of friends, and I have a lot of family. So,
You're generous?
Yes, I'm very generous. That's the best thing about me.
What's the worst?
I have no patience. Very impatient.
And does that make you naturally mischievous, bordering on annoying?
I've crossed the line into annoying several times. I can be very annoying, but yes, I have no patience. And I don't believe patience is a virtue because as I get older, it's gotten worse.
Look at all this break now. When we come back, I want to talk to you about
Did you hear what I just said?
Not really, no. I want to talk to you about the... Whilst I know you weren't going to ask, there's no point. Let's talk about vodka when we come back.
Vodka?
Yeah, because it's the one thing I think you and I can talk about with equal joy.
Okay.